Do you sometimes get yourself intentionally super thirsty just so that you can get the maximal enjoyment out of a glass of water? Is this just me? But like, I do that, and I've done that since I was a kid. Like, if I knew that I was thirsty, I was like, let me just get a bit thirstier. I'm so thirsty right now, so that I can like get the fullest amount of pleasure out of this cold water. Although I don't like water to be too cold. This is a bit too cold, but you know, I'll live with it. Ooh, nice sound. People ask me, what's your favorite drink apart from tea? And I genuinely, without being too, it sounds so poncy, it sounds so like pretentious, but truthfully, my favorite drink of all time, not like, you know, wine, whiskey, all those other delightful drinks, coffee, etc., etc. My favorite drink of all time is water. And I know that a lot of people are scoffing right now at this, I was going to say at the camera. You're not looking at the camera, you're looking at the screen. Yeah, I know people are probably thinking, yeah, it's so pretentious, water. But it is, like, for me, ever since I was a kid, like, water has just, everyone else can drink their soft drinks or whatever it was. I was never that into it, any of that. All I cared about was getting some good water. Water is sacred to me. It is just, it's the source of all life. I can't remember the stat, but it's something ridiculous. I think like we talk about being like 70% water, but that's not actually true. It's like we're 70% maybe liquid water in our body, but I think it was something mad. I'll look it up and I'll put the stat in. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think it was something like crazy, like 98% of the molecules in your body are water molecules. Something nuts like that. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. I'll find out and put it somewhere around me. We are water bodies. We are water beings. And so like, yeah, ever since I was a kid, water has been so sacred. And even now, I want to drink, but I'm just holding out that anticipation a bit longer because I know that anticipation is a pleasure that is separate from the actual enjoyment of it. It's just the pleasure of knowing I'm going to have this gorgeous water in my gob very soon. This is Pear Tree Well. Not sponsored, no, not with 5 views on this video. Not that sponsorship would be like something that would be that attractive to people. But Pear Tree Well, I love this water. And what I love about water, and I will drink it soon, what I love about water is, obviously, yes, it's the source. We are water, essentially. We are water bodies. So there's all of that. And you can go into the whole depths of the different states of water, the 4th state of water. For those of you who don't know, look up the 4th state of water and its importance in your health. The 4th state of water and its potential relationship to things like acupuncture. It's an area that I'm looking into as well. But anyway, that's a separate subject, which I'll talk about if you're interested in it another time. But what was I talking about? See, lost it. So not only is it the source, not only is it like just the fundamental like source of all life, but also the taste of it, the taste of water is just remarkable. And I know that, you know, there are these water bars out there somewhere in LA probably, and a lot of people may scoff at them, but I'd be straight at that water bar drinking the waters. I think that in a way similar to tea, the thing that I absolutely adore about drinks like tea and water are the fact that there is this incredible subtlety, and through the subtlety it reveals the essence of what you are drinking. It's like, what's an example? What's a good metaphor? This is tempting me so much. It's like, I don't know, like an unadorned person, like a woman or a man without any makeup. You see their essence. There's nothing that's adorning them, no jewelry, no extra fanfare. Or like if you take like a businessman or a, you know, somebody who's, you know, like high in society, and you strip them from all of the bijoux, the jewelry, the suits and everything, and you just put them as, not naked necessarily, but like in just the most plain clothes, you reveal their character. I remember when my father was in hospital once, and like he used to wear these like extravagant cravats and suits, and you know, he always loved sort of, you know, he was a Leo, very showy, and just like loved to kind of, you know, just the charm of the man was amazing. Stripped of all his wares, of all his like, you know, this fanfare of clothing, he was still him. Like I knew him, right? So like he was still the essence of my father, my dad. But it's remarkable how you get back to just the pure essence. There's no embellishment. And I find that with water and with tea, the best water and the best tea shows incredible strength of character and essence. This richness of essence through its simplicity and its subtlety. If you're wondering why I'm drinking in a cup that's covered in foil, don't trust TikTok or Instagram. For those of you who've seen this idea that you can project through a glass with foil, my daughter wants to try it, doesn't work for shit. But anyway, I kind of like the weird look of it. Cheers, everybody. Bit too cold, but wow. Purity, essence. It's like you understand the water through what it doesn't have rather than what it does have. It's like it doesn't have anything that is masking its just purity of water. And I heard somewhere that everyone's taste for what purity is different. So it depends on, like, you know, the taste of your saliva and what most matches the taste of your saliva, because your saliva to you is neutral, which I find fascinating. But I think even then, like, you can taste water that has a particular taste. Like I find that, you know, something like Poland Springs is very sweet water for those of you who live in the States. Evian water I find to be pretty pure, but there's a certain emptiness to it, I find. There's a certain sort of, it's got good texture and it's got a decent taste, but in the aftertaste there's a sort of hole somewhere that I feel like there's something missing. And so I don't really, I mean, I drink it, but I prefer this. Petri well. I love this water so much. It's just hinting at sweetness, but not there. Gorgeous. Sorry, I got disturbed there because, well, I'll show you. Look what arrived. Like, this is all milk. Milk. Oat milk. It was meant to arrive at Camden Bar, but so we place orders for milk for the Camden Bar, obviously, for people who want lattes, etc. And it got delivered here, which was not part of the plan, or maybe it was part of the plan. It was, for some reason, easier to deliver it here, but now we have to bring it to Camden, so that ain't fun. Anyway, so I was talking about water, but anyway, I love water. And I was thinking, what am I going to do now? Because I've got some time on my hands. Let me just flip that screen around so you can actually see what's going on. Hello. And I have these ouds here from Rising Phoenix, who sent me these ouds, super expensive ouds, ranging from like 2023 all the way down to $18.99, because they saw I did a video about ouds, and they wanted me to try their ouds, obviously with the sort of hope that there would be some sort of video being done about them, which I'm very happy to do because they love tea, and they're sort of kindred spirits. The owner is also a Chinese medical practitioner, or studied Chinese medicine, deep into their ouds, love their teas. So it seemed like a perfect match. So I need to do like a video, and I was thinking, should I do that now? But then I thought, because in order for me to do a video to describe 7 ouds, I'm going to have to talk fast. And I'm going to have to be like fast cuts. And that's not what this is about. So I guess I'm going to have to shoot that another time. And I still don't know how I'm going to do like 7 ouds in 3 minutes, because that's the limit for a reel. Anyway, you don't need to know about this. All I'm saying is, I was going to do this, but now I'm sort of, I don't know if I've got it in me to launch into a like quick shot, like trying to smell this. I prefer to take my time and just chill out right now. So I think I'm going to just pick one. Let's give them a quick sniff. I mean, they are some special ouds. This one's so like, see, I'm going to do it, aren't I? See, I'm going to do it. This one is like super, like there's this asphalt and like cooked down cassia bark. This one is a 2023 one, so it's younger. Oh, it's so like almond marzipan and like fizzy cola and like cola sweets. Like when I was a kid, you'd have those cola bottles, those little gummies. They probably still exist. Oh, but so much more. There's like you see, this is why I don't want to do this, because in order to really get deep into the smell, you need to take time with this. It develops so much, let alone on your skin. You put it on your skin and it changes so much, and then as it dries down, it changes even more. So I don't know how I'm going to do this video and try and fit it in a 3-minute reel, but I'm not doing it now. But what is that? Vetiver? Touch of like clay or like plaster. And I mean that in a really delightful way. I'll sniff the 1899 one just. No, you know what? I'll save that up. I want to find one. 2021. I want to find one to wear. Ooh, more nutsy. Oh, so deep. Oh. Like sticky, chewy peppermint gum caramel. It's just so delicious. Let's go somewhere in between. 1949. Let's smell it. All right, this one. More antique-y. Oh, it's got deep antique woods. Oh, I like that one. That feels. I'm gonna put that one to the side. 1936. Ooh, maybe a bit too deep for now. I feel a bit lighter today. I feel a bit. Good balance, this one. What's that? 2018. Got a bit of a barnyard note to it. You'll hear that a lot when you get into things like ouds. They talk about the barnyard. I'm just gonna give myself a little swipe of this. I've gone for the barnyard. I tend to go barnyardy. Wow. I was generous. I was a bit generous. I was probably over generous, but hey, that's definitely going to last me. Now you see I can really appreciate it, because I can really like get the first hit. Oh my gosh. And then like see how it develops. So let me see some information about this. I did write down like the names. This was a 2018, right? 2018 Pursat batch. This is from Cambodia. It's quite cheap. £8 for 0.1 grams. Pretty amazing. It's got some clay, loads of like fruity raspberry candy. There's so many fruits here. See, this is the pressure, right? The pressure of trying to come up with aroma notes that I have in my videos. And when it's something like tea, for some reason I find it easier because I think I've just been I've done like, how many decades now has it been? It's coming up to like, it's over 25 years, right? It's about 25 years of me sampling tea. So, I've got a lot of practice. With ouds, I'm so sort of young in the game. So I'm still trying to work out the vernacular, work out the way to describe it. And that's really cool. It's really nice to learn something new, to have this, to develop a new skill, It's so intense. I want to say coconut, but it's not coconut. It's like very creamed coconut, but mixed in with okay, no stress. See, I'm feeling the stress of the camera. If it was just me by myself, I would just sit. So I'm going to just sit and sniff. And if I need to cut this, I'll cut it. Young mango, Asian pear, super sweet like Fuji apples, creamed coconuts. But then it's all enveloped in this sticky, slightly floury syrup, sticky with a touch of cardamom, almond syrup. It's just like it bores a hole straight through my nostrils. It's so amazing. And if you young May, yum berries, young May fruit, bayberry, sort of piney and tropical. As I said, clay. Now if you sniff slow, warm vanilla syrup, almond syrup. Just like some sort of cocktail mixer cassis style, like deep cassis. Oh my gosh, if I sniff fast, picking up those bayberries. Bayberry has such an interesting smell and taste. It's like tropical, but piney and green and almost grassy. It's got this vetiver note to it. Very green vetiver, which I have here just because it was in the same bag, not for any other reason. Which I'll quickly just smell to see. Yeah. Cross-reference it. Which you could sort of describe as, there's a very particular smell, that smell of walking into a florist. It's such a particular smell, the cut stem. But then there's this barnyard note, just a touch. There's been so many ouds that I have upstairs that are much more barnyardy than this. What barnyard means is essentially pooey, right? I mean, yeah, you're smelling the farm, you're smelling, the barn, but what you're saying is you're smelling animal excrement. All right. You're smelling some butt. But, no pun intended, the poo to fruit transformation is one of the most remarkable transformations in oud. And when you smell an oud that has that barnyard quality, let's just call it fecal. And those of you who have watched me on other videos on Mayleaf, you'll know that, especially my live streams, I talk about poo smells quite a lot because I find them so engaging. And no, I'm not some freak. I'm not some freak in the bedroom that wants to sniff ass all the time. I don't know how it got down to this, but hey, it's you and me. But not that there's anything freaky about that. Whatever, you do you. Yeah, this suddenly became X-rated. Just imagine parents that somehow let their kid watch this video and suddenly talking about sniffing ass. Oh dear. Anyway, raw and uncut. It engages. The smell of animal, let's call it, is engaging. There's a reason why dogs sniff butts. It's engaging. It tells you something about the character of that person, for sure. But also, it's a sort of danger. It's like, oh, that's... And when you get that kind of smell that gives you that reaction, your brain is awake to it. It's alive to it. And so it engages engages your senses in a really great way. And then it transforms in really good ouds, I've noticed, into the most sticky, overripe, fruit note. Usually I get really overripe mangoes, to the point where you're like, oh, that is, it's mushy, it's melting, but it's so redolent and fragrant. It's so deep. Wow, this is a smell and a half. 2018 Cambodia. This is going to be on me the whole night. It's funny. when I was in Thailand, this chair's not comfortable. This chair's kind of cool because look, it's hard, but it's not that uncomfortable. But you can pull it. I don't know if I'm going to show you this one hand. I just broke it. You can basically pull it apart. Oh, come on. All right, look, I'm going to do this just so you can see, because I think the design is cool. Ready? Here we go. Here's how you take it apart. Nice, no? Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was obsessed with. I'm always obsessed with letting other people smell ouds and other things and other scents. And I brought some to Thailand where I met my sister, and I gave her a particularly barnyardy one, and she came out the next morning from bed and she was saying, I hate oud. And I'm like, what do you mean? Wait, how can you hate oud? It's like the whole night, everywhere I turned, all I smelled was that barnyard smell. It clearly didn't transform that much on her skin. On my skin, the barnyard smell, now, transforms to the most sweet, fragrant, perfumed smelling. If you pick up a mango, a fruit, and it's got that sticky resinous quality on the outside. It's just oozing with oils and with juices that are drying in the sun and becoming like fruit resin. It is amazing. I love it. The poo to fruit transformation is a beauty, and it's a lesson in life. Turn the poo into fruit, baby. It's like the Hermetic principle, right? Turning lead into gold, turning poo into fruit.